It's been a long time coming since Buick has had a wagon in their model portfolio. The last wagon was the Buick Roadmaster, which saw its demise back in the late 90s. However, Buick is looking to bring back a wagon, but this time under the Regal moniker, now known as the Regal TourX. So is the TourX a worthy competitor among other premium all-wheel drive wagons? Well, let's go ahead and find out and take a very comprehensive look at this 2018 Buick Regal TourX. Starting off, this is one of the three variants that are available of the Regal here. There's the TourX wagon, there's also the Regal Sportback, and then there's the Regal GS. Based off of the E2XX platform from General Motors, the Regal TourX shares many mechanical components with the LaCrosse, Malibu, and Impala, even though it may not look like it. From its sleek roof and muscular yet bold front end, the Regal TourX is certainly handsome in its design. Our Essence trim comes with many bells and whistles such as LED headlights, a full-on leather interior, and Buick's IntelliLink infotainment system. Alright, stepping on inside of the Regal TourX here, you're stepping inside a fairly nice cabin here. Now, I wouldn't say it's as nice as some of its competitors such as the BMW 3 Series wagon as well as the Audi A4 Allroad. However, the Regal TourX is not priced as high as some of those vehicles, but it's definitely a pretty nice cabin. And you do have push button ignition, and just put your foot on the brake and hit the button to start, of course. And what you're hearing there is a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. You do have a full leather wrapped steering wheel. Coming to your transmission, 8-speed automatic here with manual shiftability. And when you put the vehicle into reverse, this will display your rear view monitor, basic stuff here, as well as your guidance lines and trajectory. And you do have your electronic parking brake as well.
This vehicle is in demonstration.
Turn on the headlights, as well as the fogs and the hazards. Let's go ahead and check out the exterior of the TourX. Driver's window and the front passenger window are fully automatic. Pop up the hood and check out the engine bay. Heated exterior side mirrors with blind spot detection, and your side turn signal indicators are located right near the fenders. And you do have 18-inch aluminum alloy wheels. One thing that you'll also find on the TourX is the plastic body cladding, which is starting to become a norm nowadays, especially on wagons such as other vehicles like the Subaru Outback. Coming up front here, you'll also find LED headlights for the low and the high beams with LED turn signal indicators, beautifully designed, and halogen fog lights as well, with chrome accenting around them too. Powering the Regal TourX here is a 2-liter turbocharged inline 4-cylinder producing 250 horsepower at 5,400 RPM and 265 pound-feet of torque at 3,000 RPM, with EPA estimates being 21 in the city and 29 on the highway. Competitors of the Regal TourX, you're looking at vehicles in the all-wheel drive wagon segment, which includes vehicles like the Subaru Outback, the BMW 3 Series wagon, and the Audi A4 Allroad. Also do have side roof rails, which would be perfect for some crossbars on top of there. And you do have LED taillights, dual exhaust tips, rear reflectors, as well as rear parking sensors, and a rear window wiper with a rear window defroster, as well as a LED third brake light and shark fin antenna. Total vehicle price for our particular model, you're looking at $42,200, and the final assembly point for this vehicle is in Germany, the country of origin for the engine and transmission. The engine's from the United States and the transmission from Japan. And the EPA estimates, like I said, 21 in the city and 29 on the highway. Of course, all of your basic power necessities, power windows, power mirrors, and your power door locks. Interior quality in the Regal TourX is pretty good, and everything is well put together, and there's plenty of soft touch points that abound in in all of the necessary places here. And you'll also find stitching too, like on the mid-door panel and armrest, as well as on top of the dashboard, but this is a faux stitching on top of here. And coming to the steering wheel design, decent looking steering wheel. And over on the left side, you'll find controls such as your Bluetooth phone controls, voice recognition, cruise control for collision alert, as well as your button for your heated steering wheel. And on the right side, your steering wheel mounted audio controls and your D-pad controller to control the driver information center. And it also does manually tilt and telescope. Automatic dimming rearview mirror, OnStar, SOS Safety Connect, Garage Home Link, as well as your button for your panoramic sunroof. And down here you'll also find dual zone, your button for your climate controls, such as your dual zone automatic climate control with your adjustable temperatures, adjustable fan speed levels, your front window defroster, rear window defroster, and your 3-stage heated seats for the driver and the front passenger. And dual cup holders are located right here, as well as another cup holder. Not a whole lot of center console storage, but you will find your wireless charger for your smartphone, and then also a USB charging port. And we have your glove box compartment that's also LED illuminated. As far as visibility goes in the TourX here, decent on the front windows. A-pillars are fairly narrow. When you get to rearward visibility, it's not too bad back there, and a rear view camera does come as standard equipment. Let's get to the main head unit and the infotainment system. This is the Buick IntelliLink system, and it does feature all of your different audio sources here, such as AM, FM, XM satellite radio, USB port with iPod integration. And this is your home screen right here. And then you do have 4G LTE Wi-Fi, as well as your exterior temperature readout in the upper left-hand corner, as well as your digital clock in the upper right-hand corner. And then we have your phone where you can hook up to multiple Bluetooth devices. You have your voicemail, your integrated dial pad. You can also view your recent calls. And then your navigation system, which does feature 3D rendering of buildings, and you can zoom in and out if you like. Then we have other settings like the time and date, language, rear seat reminder, valet mode, Bluetooth vehicle, and then the projection feature, which does feature Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And then your climate settings you can also control from here if you don't want to do it by the physical buttons down there. And then we have your weather, which also gives you a 5-day forecast or an hourly forecast, and you can also change the location if you would like. And then we do have your SMS text messaging function through your smartphone, and OnStar, as well as your live traffic, which will give you a traffic incident list in your nearby local area, as well as apps, your shop where you can download apps onto the system. The seats in the Regal TourX are also pretty comfortable. The support isn't too bad either. A little on the firmer side, however. And we do have your lane departure alert, as well as your parking sensors button too. Let's get to the gauge cluster here. On the left side, you'll find your tachometer, and on top, coolant temperature, fuel gauge, and on the right, your speedometer. And in the center there, you also find other information such as your average speed, fuel economy from the last 50 miles, tire pressure monitoring, oil life percentage, fuel range, your trip information, as well as your digital speedometer too. And then also your audio, which you can change your audio source from here. You have your phone navigation, as well as other options, like you could change your units from US to the metric system, or you can also go to your info pages, which you can display what you would like on here, such as your trip, fuel range, instant fuel economy, tire pressure, and oil life. Pretty cool. Now let's go ahead and shut down the Regal. Let's go and check out the rest of the vehicle. Interior quality does follow through in the rear. And you also do have rear adjustable headrests for the outboard positions. And of course you could fold the rear seats down, 60-40 split. Sitting back here, you'll also find a reasonable amount of legroom. Headroom is also pretty good too. There's an ample amount of space for the headroom. Dual mat pockets, rear air vents, and dual USB charging ports back here, as well as a rear seat armrest with the dual cup holders. Very nice. All right. Power tailgate. And you also do have a Buick projector logo right there. And you'll also find behind the front seats that there is the availability up to 73.5 cubic feet of cargo space. And to fold the seats down back here, just do it by these buttons. Easy as that, or you could do it by the tabs. And also we have a little storage space right there, as well as a 12-volt power outlet. So with an ample amount of cargo space, its roomy interior, its comfortable and refined nature, as well as its intuitive technology, the 2018 Buick Regal TourX is an exquisite choice for a premium all-wheel drive station wagon. So remember that this is Cameron Birch from Cameron's Car Reviews.